Do you have a take on Russell Westbrook being upset about how the Laker fans are treating him?
Yeah, I do.
I have a small one too. You go.
So can I have two takes, or do I have to break it down to
No,
one
you
take?
can. You have two. You can absolutely have
Okay,
two.
so
There's no rules.
These are so I have two takes. One is a human take, and then one is the hard, real world fact take. The human take is, of course, man, of course. I get mad about what people say about me on Reddit. So obviously, if they had changed my last name to Westbrook, that's not gonna fly with me. Right? That's not gonna fly. It's like he talked about how much his last name means. He talks about how his family's being harassed, which just think about what a piece of shit you have to be to harass a man's wife and children in an arena because he can't stop turning the ball over. Think about that. Think about how fucked up a person you have to be. So all of that's true. So that's the human take. The second take is this is part of it, and you very well fucking know it. Just to be real. The second part of it is there's a little bit of insincerity on Russell Westbrook's part in that type of situation. This is part of it. You damn well fucking know it. Russell Westbrook has had a contentious relationship with the media for a very long time, which he wasn't the nicest, rosiest guy to the media. I would light up anyone I saw harassing a man's wife at a game. But the Westbrook, all of these jokes on Twitter, these motherfuckers gonna get their jokes off, and you know damn well they're gonna get their jokes off. So part of that is a little bit like, come on, bro. Come on, man.
I have both of your takes. I'm signing off on both. I'm adding a small one.
Okay.
You come to the Lakers, you're making $44 million a year. They trade all this stuff for you, and you stink for what people thought you were going to be, right? I mean, I was looking at there's win shares per 48, which I always kind of liked as a stat.
All right.
He's like seventh lowest from the bottom of like all players for win shares 48. His 3-point shooting, his turnovers, his defense, which is atrocious when you watch it, his attitude about the whole thing, where it's over and over again. It seems like he's blamed the Lakers for not putting him in the right position, refuses to come off the bench. And at some point, it just seems like this isn't working. Maybe you just go away for the rest of the year, you know? And I know like Stephen A talked on First Take today about how when Magic went at how bad the Westbrook trade was on NBA Countdown, that he knows that hurt Russ. It's like, I'm pretty sure Russ didn't know what was being said in NBA Countdown. But if you can't handle the heat that comes with making $44 million a year and letting an entire fan base down, it's to me like the yelling at the family, all that stuff's horrible. But it seems like he's surprised that he's getting a bad reception, which is a different thing than how he's being treated, because this has been the case the whole year. Don't you know who I am? I'm Russell Westbrook. I won the MVP in 2017. Don't you guys realize how good I am? And I don't think he realizes that he's just not that good anymore. You know, well, like he can still get to the basket and he can have a layup and with three guys. And it's like, oh, that kind of looked like the old Russ. But he's such a liability in so many ways. And now that his confidence has been shot, he's not good if he doesn't have the ball all the time. He's a liability. And I think that's the piece that he's not seeing. It's like, I haven't seen him say, man, they traded a lot to get me. I make $44 million this year and 47 next year, and I've sucked, and I got to do better. Have we heard him say that?
Not that I have. Like, I mean, I've heard him say things that seem like almost the inverse of that. I've heard him say, like, you know, I can turn the ball over if I want. You know, I can shoot. I can miss shots if I want. I've heard him kind of say that before. Look, this is a humbling moment that comes from most athletes, right? We've seen other guys in this position. We've seen Allen Iverson in this position. We've seen, to a degree, Carmelo Anthony.
Allen Iverson handled it terribly. He handled it bad in Detroit, and he ditched Memphis.
Right. So we've seen other guys in this position. Sometimes guys can be bad and then still write their way out because of how good they were. a la Kobe Bryant, right? Kobe Bryant had been so good that when Kobe Bryant was no good anymore, he still deserved to leave with his gun smoking. Now, I guess my thing is, what would people have him do? Like, I think he's in a no-win situation, even if when you're talking about the sitting out the rest of the season thing. Let's say Russell Westbrook shuts it down for the rest of the season. The
With
Lakers,
a fake injury, like back tightness.
Fake injury, back tightness, right?
Plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis, whatever, right? Let's say he does that. Let's say the Lakers go on to
corneal irritation.
Right. Let's say the Lakers go on a tear.
Yeah.
Looks fucking terrible. Austin Reeves, like all of a sudden starts like he gets more minutes. I mean, they play not 1-to-1 there, but like they start really balling. Looks fucking nuts then. Now the story gets written like what a big albatross he was. There's no really way out of it. The reality is there's a thing that exists when you suit up for the Yankees, or when you play for the Lakers, or when you go play for the Cowboys. And I've seen players. Remember Kevin Brown, big ass Kevin Brown.
So many Yankees, yeah.
It's like so many guys going to New York, and then they just fucking can't fucking handle it. A-Rod barely kept his chin above water. Jason Giambi. It happens to so many guys, and it'll happen to you in Los Angeles too. And it was a bad trade, bad fit. But
so I think that's the key take, because hey, look, people are awful. I didn't need the Russell Westbrook situation to be like, oh my God, I can't believe people. It's like, people are fucking terrible. They're terrible to all public figures in all different ways. I'm not surprised that shitty things happen in that respect. The thing that's fascinating to me about the story is that it's a guy who used to be much better than he is now, not realizing that at all. That's the interesting part to me,
Well,
and
athletes
we've seen it.
Rarely do. They rarely do. Like, if you're a boxer, they got to punch your brains out of your head to get you out of the ring. They rarely do.
Which is where he'll be next year on another team, and it'll be like, oh, the Lakers, it didn't work. It'll be this person's fault, that person's fault. But I just think this is who he is as a basketball player in America.